That's always the fun thing. Like, I say it's going to go live, and then it takes another moment or two to actually go live. Yeah, but
Is
we're
it?
live. We're live. It's good.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do the intro then. This is the Scallywags Sketchcast. I'm Darren J. Gendron, and with me, as always, our favorite art monkey, Obsidian Abnormal.
Hello.
Yeah. Did
I'm
you
the
know?
art monkey.
Do you know when I say that I have to say it as with you as always? Because in my mind, I'm pretending that I'm Wayne, and that you're my Garth.
Ah, wow. Okay. I don't. I don't give a fuck. Pretend whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Bit of a. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I haven't introduced our guest for this week. That is because with the holidays and winter and travel, I'm really trying to make it sound like it's not my fault. But yes, we definitely did not book a guest for this week.
What holidays? Remember, what holidays?
There's no
The
holiday
world.
this weekend.
You don't live in the entire world.
There's no holiday this weekend either. It's just November.
Okay, so what holiday?
United States Thanksgiving is this coming weekend, so there's also a very decent chance that we will be by our lonesome again next weekend. That it'll be just you and me. Oh, is that am I enough to satisfy you?
You never are.
That's hurtful when you say that.
Well, get used to the hurt. It hurts me.
Feel the hurt.
How do you feel? How do you think I feel?
Hmm?
How do you think I feel?
What? Me having to always get guest artists, never being enough for you, or wait, what are we talking about?
Well, I have to deal with like you.
Well, that's a privilege, and it's an honor even.
Says you.
Yes.
Nah, it's not.
Not working.
No. Anyway.
Okay, so right now I believe you're cleaning up a little bit of, and I almost called it the wrong name again. Commissioned.
Yeah, I should have told people that that if you don't want it spoiled, you should avoid looking at the screen for at least the next 15 minutes. As soon as I'm done with that, these first 15 minutes, people can just watch me finish the comic if they want to, or look away if they don't want to spoil it. Mm-hmm. But these first 15 minutes can also serve so the chat room can pick a subject for today's sketch. Keep in mind, please, that whatever subject you suggest in the chat room is, of course, subject to our decision if we think we like it or not.
Well, let's be clear. Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I just, I'm
pretty sure my opinion in this is pretty null and void, yes.
Yeah, it is, but, I just don't like to rub it in. But, yeah, it is true. Your opinion is worthless in this case.
Yeah. I mean, it's the joy of art and drawing, and why would I have an opinion on this?
Is the joy of art something like the joy of sex, or is that, like, totally not the joy we're talking about here?
I don't know. Are there other the joy ofs? Either the joy of cooking, the joy of painting. As Google also reminds me, there is the joy of the Lord is my strength. I have no idea what that is, but the joy of learning center. That sounds horrible. What?
The joy of the Lord is my strength?
No, the joy of... I'm going past that one. The joy of learning center. Oh, it's a center for the joy of learning. Okay. Google, that was lame. If I could delete, like, 10 seconds of anything, I would have chosen those 10 seconds.
Well, yes, you can you?
And we all suffer for that. I apologize. So yes, we are going to be taking suggestions in the comments on YouTube, or if somebody pings me on Twitter, I'll probably be able to catch that. Keeping an eye on that. But this is the exciting early part. So do you want me to get the kid story out of the way fast?
The kid story? We have a kid story?
I got a kid story.
Well, no!
But it barely has the kid.
Who are you telling it to?
You.
Why would you... Have you just met me?
Yes. No.
Why would anybody tell me a kid story?
Because
that makes no sense.
And I have reason for this, and I'm willing to bet that if I tell you this, at the end of it, you will say to me, "Yes, Dern, I did want to know this story."
I highly doubt it, but okay.
Okay. This is the gamble. Do we want to put like a bet on the line for this?
On if I'm gonna give a shit? No. We don't want to gamble on this because here's the thing: if this is a story involving your son, then I'm not gonna be able to say I don't give a shit because then everybody's just gonna be like, "Oh, he's so mean," and if I say I don't give a shit, then I'm just gonna come out like an asshole.
No. This is a story that proves that I know what you like. This is where it's gonna go. Is that you're going to hear this story and you're going to be like, yes, I did need to know that.
I seriously doubt a story involving a kid could ever produce this effect in me.
So, yesterday morning, I'm trying to sleep in, and my wife was actually keeping people out of the bedroom, and by people I mean Frank.
You see, it's a story involving your kid. This is not fair. This is cheating.
I wake up to him pressed against my face, like he's grinding his forehead into my forehead, and he's yelling at me, saying, "Dad, say excuse me." And it took me a while to realize what exactly had transpired, but I thought about it for a half second, and part of me was like, dude, just say excuse me and he'll go away and I could go back to sleep, let the little go play downstairs. What had happened was I had farted in my sleep. He had heard it, got offended by this, woke me up, and demanded I apologize for it.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck off! Really?
I do not give a single solitary fuck that you farted in your kid's face. I'm just, you know what I do give a fuck about? Why don't you do this more often? It's your kid. You can fart in his face whenever you want. Why don't you do it all the time?
I do that all the time. You know this for a fact.
So why is it news today that he demanded you excuse yourself?
It was a sleep fart.
So?
I just love the fact that he was so offended by it. He's like, no, Dad, no. Screw this noise. Your ass is waking up. You're apologizing for it.
Nope.
No.
No.
It wasn't because that was because here's the beauty of the story.
There is no beauty to this story.
I was pretending it was a kid story when in reality it was a fart story, and fart stories are joyous. Damn it!
No, never do this again.
You're taking what? Never fart again? That ain't gonna happen.
No. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that's never gonna happen. No. No kid stories from you ever again.
No kid stories. Nope.
No. Give us a story where you farted in the face of some person at the mall or something like that, and I will consider this to be an amusing story. But like this is a human being that you are actually allowed to fart in the face of.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, it's your right. It's something like I made you. I will fart on you if I want to.
The only thing I have to worry about that is because he does have a brother. I'm doing the math, and I'm pretty much screwed 13 years from now. Like, there's no way I can fight both of them off at the same time.
Are you kidding? Imagine how old you're gonna be then. Like how horribly old you will be then, and the
I'll only
power.
be in my 40s.
Your farts are gonna. I mean, our farts, not just yours. Our farts will just become more powerful with age.
Oh, you mean more like just a spread attack? Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like Obi-Wan Kenobi, strike me down and I will only become stronger power here. These people...
Wait.
Yes?
Are you suggesting that the Force Bluey is actually a Force fart?
The Force Bluey? Oh, yeah,
Yeah, Ghost Obi-Wan is in fact just a fart in the Force?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Wow.
What? Does this challenge your beliefs or something?
No, I'm just trying to think, like, how much of a smelted Deltic crisis Luke is going through his entire Jedi life.
Well, still, I mean, getting us back on topic, yeah, you have a situation where you can basically, like, as you grow older, I mean, your kids will eventually become stronger than you, probably smarter than you. That's not even difficult. But you will always, no matter how old they get, you will always be older than them.
Yes.
And this means that no matter how old they get, you will always fart stronger.
Right.
So, that's actually something, I mean, that is something to be proud of.
Damn it. I can't help it. You segued into a baby story in my head. Because this is confusing the fuck out of me. No.
What?
What makes the noise in a fart?
The air passing through the sphincter.
Right, but in my mind, doesn't like the size of the ass cheeks have something to do with increasing the noise?
Please tell me you're not about to go into a story about your baby's ass.
Well, he doesn't have an ass. He's only 4 weeks old.
Well, wait a minute. He doesn't have an ass? How poorly did you make this kid?
Well, have you seen my ass?
No.
Now imagine it in baby size. Yeah, you haven't seen it because it's a non-existent thing. But now imagine that in baby size. So he basically just has like a flat, like the butthole is barely padded at all. So
wait a minute. So your kids inherited your flat ass?
They inherited so much from me, and sadly, flat ass is included in that. Yes.
Oh man, that is so sad.
Yeah.
That is so sad. So, but wait, no, nobody wants to hear a story about your baby's ass or non-existent ass.
How can I hear the fart from like across the room? Like he'll be in the living room, and I can hear his fart in the kitchen.
You're not listening here.
It's like a riddle.
Nope. I don't care. I don't care. Shut up about your baby's ass.
You went into it. I'm sorry.
I did not. How did I segue? How did I segue into a story about your baby's ass?
Because
do we even have a chat room at this moment?
We really don't. Nobody has commented anything today. It's kind of weird, actually.
Well,
I
why
do have comments up, right? I mean, we have viewers, and no one is daring talk to us tonight.
Maybe it's because you killed the chat room with stories about your baby's ass.
I'm guessing there has got to be some sort of a bug going on with Google Hangouts and YouTube, because, yeah, this is complete radio silence.
Is this even legal, like, telling the world stories about your baby's ass? Is this, like, even legal? Is it accepted in all countries? Is this like an American thing? Like, you people just talk about your baby's asses?
In my defense, you were talking about the veteran skills developed from an ass in its farting abilities, that the older you become, the better farter you become. That once you've farted 10,000 farts, you become a master farter.
Well, yeah. But I wasn't talking about anybody's ass directly.
Right. So is my baby just gifted?
I don't care.
Oh, God. Just picture what his farts are going to be when he's like 30.
Let the kid be 20, then I'll give a fuck.
All right.
Okay, so we still don't have a chat room, though, so...
Not a single comment, yeah.
Wow, you see, and I blame this on you. I blame this entirely on you. This is totally your fault. Like, you just killed it.
This is Dern's fault, Sketchcast, yes.
Yeah, this is Dern killed the chat room by believing it is okay to tell stories about his baby's ass. That can be the title of this episode. And, it's not that long. I mean, have you ever seen the titles of Japanese manga? Anime? No.
Yeah.
Like, these amazing titles that could easily just be that title we just gave.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows me to ask you a question. Segue. This weekend I saw Hunger Games.
Fallen Well and Die.
What, you guys don't have it yet?
We have it. I just didn't have a chance to see it. So I'm very. So my stated protest done. I'm going to go ahead and say let's throw out the spoiler warning. Fuck it.
Oh no! I'm not going to spoil the movie. Well, oh wait, you want to talk about it?
It's a young adult book that costs all of like $8 to get a digital copy of it, and you can read it in a day. So if somebody doesn't know what happens in Hunger Games, I'm sorry, we're gonna go full spoiler on this one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but
you know what happens. You've read the books.
I'm assuming they stay faithful to the books because hordes of teenage girls did not start a war this weekend. So there's that.
But I thought you liked the books.
Oh, I love the books. I'm saying if they changed anything, then the teenage girls would have rioted. I'm also saying that I'm essentially a teenage girl.
Well, to your credit, having seen it this weekend, I actually started reading the books today.
Oh my gosh!
I thought it was that good.
We're now getting tweets at DurnJG that are pointing out something is wrong with the chat room, and it is entirely possible that this is my fault. I'm going to peek in the settings really quick and check to see did I accidentally turn off the comments, because yes, there's no YouTube chat here to actually comment with us. This is what I'm seeing is I'm not entirely sure where that setting is, so I'm very curious as to how I hit that. So anyhow, tell me as I look through this, your thoughts on.
Well, I can't give you an opinion on how faithful they stay to the book because I just started today on the first on the first one. It's a good audiobook though. And okay, but I can say that I did enjoy the movie greatly, and the reason I bring it up is because it made me curious about something, very curious actually, and it's the movie. People probably know this, and this is no spoiler to be honest. The movie ends in such a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just ends, and it was kind of funny because I was sitting there, watching the movie, whatever, and the movie suddenly ends, and you could hear people's groans around the whole place, like what? Really? It ends there? What? Really? No! And people are complaining, and people are not happy about this, but I'm just having a good laugh about it all because obviously, if you're complaining about the Hunger Games like ending abruptly, and you weren't aware that there's a third movie, and basically that this was going to happen no matter what.
I will really quickly point in, when people groan at the end of the third movie, I think that is a perfectly fine time for them to groan.
Okay.
Because there's actually 4. They split the third book into 2 movies.
I hate that. But anyway.
Honestly, when you read the third book, you're going to see right about in the middle, there's a definite point, beautiful cliffhanger that they're going to break it. Like, if they don't break the movie in, because the third book really is 2 books. There's such a sudden shift in voice and theme in the third book that it's amazing, and I'd love to see it as 2 separate movies.
Well, anyway, I mean, if the movie, well, for starters, if you haven't seen the first movie, do not even consider going to see the second one, because the movie, to its credit, I like it. I like the fact that it does this, but the movie just starts off assuming that you know everything, that you are. I mean, it doesn't even start off assuming that you watched the first movie. It starts off assuming that you remember everything about the first movie. Like, it doesn't even. Yeah. I mean, they waste absolutely no screen time explaining anything, which I love. I mean, I love that they did it that way. They
watch the first movie, possibly even read the book before you see that movie. Then is what you're
even
saying.
even if you've seen it already, because they really just go right into it. They don't care. The movie, I mean, it just goes into it right away. It assumes you are very much aware of everything. And it's a good movie. I mean, it feels a little bit quick, to my opinion. But then again, that also is much to its credit, because that just means that the 2 hours something that it takes just went by very fast for me.
It's 2.5 hours. I was reading.
Yeah, and it goes by very quickly. The movie seems a little bit more. It's a little bit more interesting, to be honest, than the first movie, especially because they just the matters that they deal with in this movie make a lot more sense in terms of how they react to things and everything that's going on and all that. It just makes much more sense. You can see. I mean, of course, the first movie is all about some teenage girl that is in a lot of trouble. She's in a very bad situation. But in the second movie, you can really feel that. She's gotten herself into a very bad position, and
not one that she has a lot of control over.
Yeah. So I really kind of enjoyed that whole situation that the movie gives us and all that. And aside from that, it just has a very, very cliffhanger ending. Just absurdly cliffhangerish ending that really just kind of makes you. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't piss me off in any way. I knew it was going to end that way. But wow. Yeah. And the whole reason I brought this up and I was wanting to talk about it with you is I think that's a very bold move, to be honest. I think it's a bold move from the people making a movie to decide, you know what, let's stop the movie right here and let people kind of we'll just stop it. And
honestly, I disagree with you on this point. It's a bold move on the author to do that. It would have been a bold and terrible move on the point of the makers of the movie to stop it any other way. Because again, this is actually a case of they're being very, very true to the book.
Oh no, but I mean it's a bold move from movie producers to decide to stop a movie this way, and it got me thinking, who was the pioneer in this? Like who was it that started this trend of, you know what, it's okay if your movie is more like a very big budgeted series? And I started thinking back, and as far back as I can go in my cinema memory, the one that comes to mind in terms of it ends and it really is not like, because I mean we've had a series before that end with some stuff pending, but movies that just end on a cliffhanger and you have to wait for the next movie. Back to the Future is the one that comes to mind to me.
Well, it goes farther back than that. Back to the Future is in the 80s.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm asking.
Okay. Historically, what you're going to want to look at then is going to be the old-timey serials. Like, that used to be, Dave Rigueur, how they worked. That every week a new episode came out, and they always ended on a cliffhanger, and that's where the concept of...
No. Man, see... Okay. See, you start the podcast with a baby story, and you just suck.
Okay,
I'm talking about a movie.
Like, I'm going to point out that old-school 1930s movie serials, these were shown in theaters, and they would happen before, like, a big feature film.
No, but people knew. Like this, I'm talking about, like, you go to see a movie and suddenly the movie comes out with this. Everybody's like, there's people. I mean, some people might have expected it, but there's a lot of surprise from people that didn't expect the movie to end that way, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, the producers actually had to sit down and decide, this is a big budget movie, 2 hours and something, or an hour and something, whatever movies lasted whenever the whole custom started. And we're just going to end it like this and let people wait and simmer for a year or something.
Okay.
We started that.
So you're saying Back to the Future 2? Because Back to the Future 1...
No. I'm not saying it started it. I'm saying that's as far back as I can remember.
But I just want to make sure you're referring to Back to the Future 2 and not 1.
Oh, absolutely 2, because 1 ends.
Yeah, 1 has a decent ending.
Well, I mean, the 1 has an ending that is kind of like to be continued and stuff, but when I first saw Back to the Future, I didn't really take its kind of to be continued ending very seriously. It was kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of a fun way of ending the movie.
Yeah, there were definite plot threads left giant plot threads, even just left hanging, and they're like, okay, we definitely are going to have to come back and get this later.
But I'm talking about the second one. That the second one
right.
does have an ending that kind of makes you go like,
yeah,
what?
Doc Brown is stuck in the Wild West, and and other Doc Brown is suddenly getting the door knocked on, and then nothing happens. It's things have to happen.
Yeah, that whole ending with the letter and all that.
Yeah, ZZ Top has to show up. Where's our ZZ Top? This is very important. Anyhow, that's 1989. The best example, just off the top of my head, if you're looking for a full film and it wasn't really known that it was going to result in a giant cliffhanger, because the movie before it had definitely had a nice, solid ending, Empire Strikes Back.
How? Wow. Yes. Okay. But wait. How? Yeah, Empire. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of mess after that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree. And now what I'm wondering is, I mean, because Empire Strikes Back is,
that's 1980.
Yeah. I mean, I was not even a year old.
So it's sort of past your collective memory. Yeah.
Yeah. That's no. I'm kind of trying to justify to myself why I didn't think of that one before. But now what I'm thinking is. Well, because technically I didn't see Back to the Future 2 in theaters either. I mean, I wasn't that old. But now I'm wondering is, I wonder if anybody knows how people reacted to that. Like, how did people receive that? Because people in the theater I was in, people were not happy. I mean I didn't hear people having conversations outside of the movie theater going, that movie sucked. But people were definitely, you could hear the groans when the movie ended. People were not pleased with the fact that the movie just suddenly...
Man, they are so not going to be happy next year at this time. That's all I can think, because where it does end, it's like, wait, that's how... Because there will be people at the end of the next one that will honestly think it's over.
No, I was going to I mean, if I had gone into the movie next year, I would have thought that was going to be the case.
You would be very surprised how they decide to end it then.
Oh, by the way, people watching, if anybody is commenting or anything like that, I'm about to draw the ninja, so avert your gaze.
I mean, you were just doing something way more spoilery than the ninja ever was, but the ninja happening soon. And again, I don't know quite what's going wrong with the comments on the YouTube channel. Usually we have a nice active thing, and for some reason it's not working tonight. Like, the layout of it is even changed. It's very confusing to me.
So, are you giving up?
Well, I'm checking it, and I'm saying that if anybody's watching and they do want to send some suggestions, feel free to tweet me at DernJG, DERNJG. And we'll throw those suggestions on the air. I'll also try to keep an eye out on O's Twitter from time to time as well. But as far as I can see...
How are they going to ask questions?
Huh?
How are they going to ask us questions?
Well, we also accept Raven. I do have a rookery and an active member of the... Holy crap, I forgot what the... mage, wizard / medic scholar guys in Game of Thrones are called. Maesters. Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
That was a completely terrible geek segue. It still would have been lame had I said right away, I have a maester on staff ready to go to
can Game of Thrones be like, are you still I mean, you can be a geek of anything if you're fanny like a very big fan of it or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones is no longer something obscure and geekish. Game of Thrones is...
I wasn't saying obscure, I was just saying geeky.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones is pretty much mainstream at this point.
But it's still geeky. Anything that has dragons in it counts as geeky.
Well, if we were to argue about that, my counterpoint would be Game of Thrones has dragons.
And it's mainstream, therefore it has to be mainstream.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones has dragons, and it's not like...
So your point is that Game of Thrones is not geeky, therefore Game of Thrones can't be geeky.
No. By definition, you can be geeky. Like geeky does not. In order for something to be geeky, it doesn't have to be obscure.
Yeah.
You can be geeky about anything you want as long as like you're
I'm
geeky
not saying
about
it's obscure. No.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Game of Thrones is hardly something to like apologize for giving a reference to. Like fuck everybody who's watched Game of Thrones.
I was more apologizing for stumbling over it and not being able to remember that the Maester, the Order of Maesters, send out one educated person to every major castle and world leader that they can, so that they have somebody to manage the rookery, to write letters, to pass along world news, occasionally to be in charge of the healing. Or for that matter, that maesters that have the ability to light black candles have mastered the art of wizardry and are able to get a link in their chain that is made out of Valerian steel.
Okay, so I'm
pretty
much done with the comic here. So what have we got? Do we have any sort of
We just got a comment in through somehow. It's weird because it's not actually showing up on the page yet, but it actually went through to my email. There was a suggestion of an underwater monster other than Cthulhu.
Okay, how much time you didn't put the clock, man? Are you doing anything well today?
Would you like the clock?
Well, you're just supposed to put it at the beginning of. What is wrong with you?
I didn't start it because you weren't drawing an art thing yet.
But the clock just tells you how much time the podcast itself has, the Sketchcast itself has left.
Well, there's the clock. It is stuck at 1 hour and 30 minutes because I didn't start it, but it's there.
How long have we been doing this?
We've been doing this for about 35 minutes.
Okay, so let's see. Something I can do in 50 minutes.
50 minutes?
Yeah, that's how much time we have left.
All right, I'm adjusting the clock accordingly.
Okay. Underwater monster. Can I pull off an underwater monster in 15 minutes? Do we have any other suggestions?
That is literally the first comment that has actually gotten through tonight, and it's still not actually on the page that's doing that. Do I seriously just have the clock left up there right now? Is that no? I switched back over. Sorry, I was looking at the. Every now and then I look at the YouTube page and it tells me false information of a time gone by. But yes, that's the only comment that we've actually been able to get on our cast tonight. Or at this point, we normally have 20 to 30. It could just be that people are very tired. It's been a long, cold, hard weekend.
Yeah, you tried drawing all Sunday.
The joys of Black Friday are coming closer to us.
Ah, there we have a subject. Okay, this is some. I don't know why. Okay, people listening in. If you're listening in.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Would you like me to start the clock?
Give me a minute. I'll export this file and we can start it.
I want you to let that Black Friday. I'm guessing, is it rage or curiosity that we're talking about here?
I was just about to explain to people why I'm about to ask what I'm about to ask, because I want people to know why I'm asking this.
Okay.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
So
okay, wait. No, I'm not gonna export the comic right now. I'm gonna leave it to export later, but it is done. It's missing a little detail, and I'll have to add it later. Okay. Anyway, so yes, I was about. Yeah, you can start the clock now. If we don't have any other suggestions.
I kind of like it.
Well, let's see what comes out of it. So anyway, I was about to explain to people. Okay, here's the thing. For some reason, okay, Black Friday, it doesn't fascinate me as in, like, that it intrigues me or anything like that. I mean, the concept is pretty simple to understand. But for some reason, I am fascinated by the way Black Friday works, and ever since I met Dern, one thing that I found very intriguing is the fact that Dern really plans out his Black Friday. Like this is not like just the man sits down and thinks how awesome would it be if I could buy this or that. I mean, this is a man that has a strategy, a plan. Like he really really has a plan for this stuff. So every single year, ever since I've met him, I almost enjoy Dern's plans for Black Friday as much as I enjoy whatever I can make out of Black Friday itself. I mean, for people like me, Black Friday means I get to buy stuff cheap on Steam. But for some reason, I enjoy Dern's Black Friday plans almost as much as that.
Are you curious as to why I'm that way?
No. I know you. You're that way because you're you.
Because I've told you this before. Everything I do is a competition. And to be able to actively compete against everybody while shopping and to come out victorious at the end of it, it's just awesome.
So yeah, like I always like to listen to your Black Friday plans because they're always like they're always like you're planning to overthrow something, or I mean you got like this real awesome, amazing, crazy strategy. So what are your plans for this year?
Okay, so I've been plotting things out, checking the various start times. Part of me would love to blow off places that are starting on Thanksgiving, but and Thanksgiving is U.S. holiday, Thursday. Theoretically, it's one of the few federal holidays we have. And I like it too because it's independent. It is purely a United States holiday that isn't tied to any ceremony or anything. It's just tied to our earliest Americans not dying of starvation. And yay!
And you just eat a lot.
I like that, but the other thing is I've never really thought it was a sacred holiday to me. Like, I used to work on Thanksgiving all the time. I'm going to have to work this Thanksgiving, mainly because we're self-employed. But when I was a reporter, I used to always cover a race Thanksgiving morning. So it's not. So I got over my desire to not shop on Thanksgiving. I'm actually going to head out at about 5 p.m. Get in line at Best Buy, which opens at 6. Try to get the Doorbusters and a couple movies there. And with this one, this is going to be an interesting year for me because I'm cheating. I'm actually bringing in the person who taught me how to shop correctly on Black Friday. She's going to be my wingman. I'm going to be Black Friday shopping with my mom. Yes. She is possibly the one person out there who is a crazier person than me when it comes to things like Black Friday shopping. But because I'm running point on it this year, so it's kind of a big deal that she's letting me do the plan, letting me settle things out, and show her how I Black Friday on my turf.
So are you nervous? Like she might see how you Black Friday and go like, "Son, you are a bitter disappointment."
No, I'm not nervous. I'm that good.
I don't know, man. You're very disappointing.
True, but we're going to show up at Best Buy. We're going to get through the door as fast as we can. There will be some Doorbuster tickets that they hand out while you're in line for certain things, like the really high ticket items. I'm going to then hand her the tickets and have her immediately get in the checkout line as soon as we get through the door. And I'm going to run through the store, pick up the select movies. There's really no video games that I like that are on a good Black Friday deal. There's some electronics, like I might actually try to get an iPad, and I'm also trying to get a Chromebook just to balance things out. You know, if I'm going to get something Apple, I got to get something Android.
Yeah, to clean off the stench.
Keep the universe balanced.
Yeah.
And, I'll try to pick those up, and then I'll meet back with my mom, who should be still in the checkout line, and then we hopefully can get out of there I'm trying to get out of there in an hour and a half. I'm being very optimistic about this. At which point I will head over to Target, which opens at 8. hopefully I can get in line before it opens so that I can get the good doorbuster spots there, and get the doorbusters and just the doorbusters at Target at 8 o'clock. If you spend over $75 at Target at any point this weekend, you get a gift card. Actually, I think it's... Oh, no, it's the iPad. If you buy an iPad there, you get a $75 gift card for Target. If you spend $75 at Target on Friday, you then get a big coupon to go shopping later in December. It's like 20% off. So what we're going to do is just try to get the iPad to get the $75 gift card as well. Once we get that, we leave Target, we go to Toys R Us, we pick some stuff up there, and we should be out of Target probably around 9. I figure we're at Toys R Us and out of there at about 10. We might take a break, get something to eat, swing back over to Target at about 11, it's going to be open like 36 hours at that point. And once we get the stuff that we need, we're going to wait till a minute past midnight and buy the stuff that we were wanting to get at Target with the $75 gift card that we had hopefully gotten, 8-9 hours before.
Okay, so what's your schedule going to be on this day of days?
5 o'clock in line, 6 o'clock Best Buy, 7:30 in line, 8 o'clock Target, 10 o'clock Toys R Us, 11 o'clock back inside Target, not buying anything again at Target until midnight, hopefully walking out the door of Target at about 12:05 and actually doing almost nothing on Black Friday itself. Yeah, it's like 7 hours, and all of it on Thanksgiving.
Wow, that is... I have no... I mean, I gotta say, it's not as impressive as your plans years before, because I remember, like, one time you wanted to buy, like, some big things.
Geez, that was I want to say 3 years ago. Yeah, that was 3 years ago, where Kendra and I, it was one of those months where we both had an extra paycheck just because of the way the calendar lined up. So we had a large pile of cash, and we also had some household needs, and they just lined up perfectly. So yeah, I had a full attack plan for that year. That was an epic year.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still pretty. But I do have to ask, as a non-American, because, like I said, my plans are basically Steam. You know, I'll just be very, very much looking at Steam, and Steam's holiday sell thing, or whatever it is they decide to call it. It's probably not going to be. I know actually, it's not going to be just that day. It's going to be like several days, like a week, and stuff like that. So there's some strategy to also being a Steam buyer and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm
ignoring that there is a giant variable in this whole plan that's going to keep it liquid up until Thursday itself, is Amazon.
But Amazon already started its Steam sales.
They have, but they haven't revealed what they're going to release. They release big deals on Thursday itself, and a lot of those deals will run parallel to what the stores are offering. One might even be suspiciously suspecting that they are just looking and seeing what the stores are offering and then removing or putting those specific deals up. I don't want to accuse them of doing that. I'm just saying it sometimes lines up in a suspicious way.
This actually brings me to something. I am a huge Steam fan. I love Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always kind of had a very soft spot for Steam, because it kind of makes it that people like me that are not in the U.S., suddenly we have access to games that we wouldn't have had access to otherwise, or we would have been forced into piracy, as I was before. Thanks to Steam, I actually think that Steam is one of the main things that, in the fight against piracy, because it makes it easy for us to get games at some very absurdly cheap prices sometimes and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But I do have to say that there is a part of me that is kind of angry at Valve lately, and therefore at Steam, and it's that they never seem to they never seem to make an effort to make you excited. The classical example is, of course, Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
That they have never announced it, and I always kind of have fun of I have a laugh at the expense of, I call the Half-Life fanboys, which I am one of.
Right.
But the people that are like genuinely offended that Steam has not made any announcements about Half-Life 3. But there is a part of me that thinks, Valve, you are not making much of an effort to excite people, and in terms of Black Friday, they've been really silent about it. Like, the only reason I know that they're planning a holiday sale is because the information sometimes leaks.
Yeah.
It makes its way onto some news sites or stuff like that, but Valve doesn't really make much of an effort to excite people to what it is they got or what it is they're gonna have.
Yeah, Amazon at least is doing a build-up to it, so it's kind of nice. Like, we know something is coming. Yeah.
I mean, most people would say that Steam doesn't need to do that, but that kind of makes me wish that they did need to do that, because it's nice. It's awesome to have this build up and to be able to plan, and it's part of the fun, and it also just helps you plan your shopping better. If I the only other online content management system that I use is Origin. The only reason I use Origin is because I once got through the Humble Bundle Dead Space 3 for insanely cheap, so I had to install Origin.
Oh, it's not on Steam?
No, it's not on Steam. The newest main EA games don't make it onto Steam. So on Steam, you're not going to get any Dead Space 3. You're not going to get any of the new Need for Speed games. You're not going to get Mass Effect 3, or when it comes out, Dragon Age. I doubt it's going to be there. They keep their big hitters on Origin exclusively. So if Origin were a competitor to Steam, I'd probably be looking at whatever Origin is going to do, and I'd be looking at whatever Steam is going to do, and making plans, and planning what to buy and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But they don't do that. They don't do that. They just leave you hanging there, waiting to see if they're even going to do anything at all.
Yeah, well, okay. Here's one of my best tips for people that are planning on being incredibly stupid and doing Black Friday shopping.
You?
Exactly. Before you do any Black Friday shopping, just figure out what do you need. Go through and think, okay, this person needs a present. Is it you're buying presents for people? Okay, assign a cash value to what you want to get for each of those people, or have an idea of what you want to get for them. Also
consider how much you actually like these people, because
that's how you value them. Yes.
Oh no, but what, you were gonna say that? Because that sounds like something I would say, not you.
No, that's essentially what you're doing when you figure out presents for people. You're assigning a value to your friendship at that point.
Wow, that kind of puts presents in a whole new perspective when you get them this December, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's December is one of those few times of the year where I actually feel the hammer of my hermithood. When people ask me what did you get for Christmas? Nothing. I got nothing for Christmas.
The funny thing is as you're saying this, it occurs to me I have not planned on getting you anything for Christmas. And it's completely an aside to me, because I'm in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you don't actually like Christmas that much. And so
I don't. It's
yeah, you've never made a big deal. I don't think we've never exchanged Christmas presents, have we?
No.
No.
But then again, we've never exchanged birthday presents. We've never exchanged presents.
You've occasionally gotten me something special for my birthday. You have, actually.
Yes, actually, I have.
Yes. Usually by ignoring what I've asked you to do instead. That's your idea of a gift, is to look at the script that I've written you and ignore it completely and just draw whatever you want to. So basically, any normal day.
But hey, in our defense, in the defense of our relationship, so people listening, if there is anybody listening.
No, we do. Everyone's listening, just no one's commenting. Yes.
Okay. So, but so people listening won't think like, oh, is this the end of the relation? Are they doing badly? No. We do actually do gifts when I go there.
Yes, we do in-person gifts quite often.
Yeah, and I mean, no need because that's the thing. Like, I don't think there's a need for there to be a festivity to give gifts to people. You just, kind of give. Like, I have even given your son gifts, and that's like.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
That's a well-kept secret, which is not a secret anymore.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say it, but you kind of are letting it out. Here's the thing: I was going to say you're kind of letting it out that you're a big softie towards children. I have seen you react positively to 2 children, and only one of those is related to me. The other one's related to you. So it's.
I reacted positively to a child related to. There are no children related to me.
Your niece.
What? Yes, I do have a niece. But when have you seen me react to my niece?
No. I haven't seen you do it in person, but you have spoken favorably of her.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yes. It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like Homer Simpson and his daughter Maggie. Like, when they ask him, like, what about Margaret? And he's like, oh, she's okay. I mean, I'm not, like, my niece is okay. I barely know her. She lives in Ohio with her sister. I'm sure she's a delightful kid, and she is my niece, so I have my uncle obligations.
Yeah.
So
anyhow,
yeah.
What the hell were we talking about?
We were talking about.
I interrupted you.
Advice. No. Actually, I interrupted you because you were talking about advice for people that are gonna go.
And I was saying cash value on friendships. Yes. So figure that out, and then also for Kendra and I. My wife and I, we actually figure out, okay, we want to get this, and this, and it's usually we figure out what we want as our Christmas presents, and we try to get them like this weekend, and then we usually give ourselves most of those presents right away too.
Oh, I'm so happy that you don't do
we don't hide
it shit of like, oh, we have to pack it and hide it underneath a tree, like like we didn't already know. Well, no, I mean, I suppose you might do it with your kids, but
I will do always do at least something special for her, and pretend that I didn't do it, and then give it to her as a surprise on Christmas Day itself.
No, she's your wife.
But yes, that's also my love of like building secrets and hiding things from people. So it's literally my secret project for December, is to get something for her and hide it from her. And then pretend that it didn't happen until the very last moment.
Is it your dick? Are
you in a box?
Okay, come on. Full disclosure: Have you ever presented your dick as a present?
No.
Okay, good for you, by the way.
Very simple reason. Simple reason, because I actually wanted to have sex on Christmas Day.
Good for you. Good for you. I've never done it either.
Pretty sure that tie a ribbon on it and it's a non-starter. In
my, I mean, I've never done it. Then again, I'm not married, so I don't know how that could make it any different, if it does even.
It's a fast ticket to the couch, I'm guessing. It's like there's always things when like people tell you about how to do certain things and things like that, and you just like look at them and just kind of have to shake your head and think, no, that's a stupid idea. Why would you ever do that?
Wait, has anybody ever given you the advice of presenting your dick as a present?
Well,
has this happened?
Lonely Island.
Oh well. Yeah. But come on, who takes?
But I'm thinking other things like that, or you tell your woman, just get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, things like that. Like, yeah, you try that, or not.
Well, I would like to imagine that people are generally stupid, but I would like to imagine that most people at least know that that's not something you can actually do.
So the other Black Friday thing that we did, so we make this list of what we actually want, and we ignore any other Black Friday deal except for stuff that's already on that list. We basically put together a list of movies that we wanted to add to our collection, and we purposely stopped buying movies for like the past probably 4 months. I mean, we had a giant backlog of movies that we actually got through. We knew there was going to be enough TV programming coming through in these past 4 months to keep us entertained, and we just jotted down a bunch of movies that we looked at it like, dude, that's going to be easily a $6 or $10 Black Friday deal. So let's not spend $25 now. So that would have been good advice to give you guys 4 months ago. So sorry, I kind of suck on that one. But
well, I mean, I tried to ask you about Black Friday about a couple of weeks ago, and you actually snapped at me for asking about Black Friday.
I'm not ready yet. I was not ready.
Well, you were thinking
now
about.
I'm ready. Of all those like not buying movies and just waiting for Black Friday deals, the one that pained me, but it paid off, Pacific Rim. I have not bought my copy of Pacific Rim yet.
I will openly say, and I'm not ashamed, that I did download. I did torrent Pacific Rim, but I say it with no shame because I do plan to buy the Blu-ray. There's just no way for me to get to it right now. It's not even out here yet. I haven't seen it. This is the kind of thing I'll buy when I go to the U.S. next time.
You want me to pick you up a copy?
Sure.
It's like at Target. It's let me actually quote the correct prices.
I mean,
yes.
not if it's full price. If it's full price, no, because
no.
I know I'll get it cheaper when I go there.
It is not full price. This is one of those ones where I was gonna say I'm kind of it's one of those. It hurt me not to get it right away, but it paid off the most. So let me really quickly pull up my plan here. At Best Buy, Pacific Rim normally retail $25 is going for $8.
Wow.
But at Target it'll go for $6. So
I'm guessing Target will still be a much more difficult Black Friday objective than Best Buy, right?
No, Best Buy is bad. Best Buy is now the good thing with Best Buy is with my plan on that one, I'm going in mostly for movies. I've got some doorbusters. Okay, they're pulling this crap that I completely forgot about. They have a secret doorbuster menu that they are not going to reveal until at some point Thursday, and those sales don't go active till Friday. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go shopping Friday, but I'll definitely take a look at those deals when they come out, see if there's anything good. But like most major outlets, they've already released what their ad is going to look like. The ad that releases all the deals comes out on Wednesday, but they started leaking a few years ago. They would start leaking, like people on the internet would steal a copy because the way a newspaper is stuffed and put together for the Wednesday before Thanksgiving edition, those flyers, they were shipped out a week ago. Like everybody. So there's a bunch of, and then you get a minimum wage person working at a newspaper. They just steal a copy, scan it in, and send it to these sites. Now what's happening is you're seeing places like Best Buy. They've got their own personal Black Friday site showing off their ad, but they're not showing off part of it. They're only going to release that ad digitally. So they're keeping control of that and keeping a secret ad. It's weird.
So actually, that makes me wonder. Are you planning any online Black Friday shopping?
Anytime Amazon beats any of those deals that I have written down of what I want to get, and there's actually a few movies still on that list that did not crop up. Like I was kind of hoping to get World's End as a Black Friday deal, or Red 2. Iron Man 3. I need a replacement copy of Incredibles, so I'm keeping an eye if that one pops up. And those aren't like showing up as good Black Friday deals. So if any of those pop up, I'll instantly get them. Otherwise, they have to beat whatever Toys R Us or Target or Best Buy are selling them for.
And no video games. No video games. You're not.
Top of my list would have been Assassin's Creed 4, and they're just not putting them on a good sale. I will say I am planning.
It just came out.
Yeah, and some of them are dropping it down to about 35 to 40, but I don't have time to really dig in and play it right now, so I'm like, unless you're going to drop it down to at least 30, I'm not getting it right now.
Well,
but that's the crazy thing. They will do stuff like that. Sometimes it'll pop up. I am going to get a 3DS XL, upgrade my 3DS finally. I've had it. I've actually had it for 3 years exactly now, because I bought my original 3DS as a Black Friday deal.
Wow, and but you defend that 3DS you have like with your life. It's the special edition Zelda one. What are you?
I love it, but the right bumper is starting to conk out, so I kind of want to retire it. I'm not going to give it up. I'm not going to give it to anybody. It's just going to be my own personal beloved 3DS Triforce Edition. And I actually was going to try to upgrade it. I tried pulling it to where I was going to get the Triforce Edition 3DS XL, which is even prettier. It's like completely gold with the Triforce on it. But if I get one of those, Kendra has made it clear to me that I don't get it this time. That it's her turn.
Oh, okay. Well, that's so awesome to be me, and everything I get is for me. But
well, to be honest, then that has then put me on a special quest to try to find the Pokemon XY Special Edition 3DS XO. So, which to be honest is a lot more true as to what will get the most hours of use out of the various 3DS games that I play. That is primarily of my Pokemon machine.
Okay, so I have finished penciling out my sea creature thing.
We just crossed the 23-minute mark.
Nice. I still I noticed that I missed a little detail here, so I'm gonna polish that in. And after that, it's shading time and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm okay on time. So, well, I do actually have a lot of video games that I'm looking forward to, but like I said, Steam doesn't give us any news or anything like that. So it's basically, fortunately, Steam does have a wish list. So what I have is a wish list, and I just kind of wait for any of the games that I have on my wish list to show up.
We do actually wanted to point this out. We did get a question, and this does kind of dovetail into what you're about to be talking about, theoretically. What do you want for Christmas?
Oh, wow. Asking that to the guy that doesn't actually celebrate Christmas. Okay.
Well, you got, no. You got your Steam wish list. What's your top 3 right now on the Steam wish list that you're looking for?
Okay, that's actually kind of easy. I can even bring it up here in a hurry. Like, what is on my Steam wish list that I am definitely looking forward to the most? Right now, Assassin's Creed is there. I'm not planning to actually get it yet because, I got Steam. Well, I'm not going to pay full price.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Assassin's Creed is there. So, yeah. I had X Rebirth right at the top of the list, but in all honesty, it doesn't seem to be a game that's at the point right now where I would want to play it. It seems to have a lot of launch problems, so I'm going to give it a while they kind of figure it out and, patch it up and make it very playable, and then I'll get into that. Let's see, what other game am I really, really, really wanting right now? I mean, I got a pretty big wish list. Just to kind of point out a few, I'm very much looking forward to the next Thief installment.
Mm-hmm.
That one I'm very curious about. I've loved Thief ever since the first one, and I'm really looking forward to this next one. Then again, I don't like to pre-buy games because you never know.
Yeah.
So I don't do that. I'm very curious about Saints Row 4.
Saints Row the 4th?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Kind of want to check it out. Let's see, Rayman Legends. I never used to like Rayman before, actually, and I played Rayman Origins, and I absolutely love that game. That game is so much fun. Fuck Mario, platformers, Rayman. Rayman is where my platformer taste is at, especially like if you're an artist like me. Rayman is just magical. It's like playing in somebody's artwork, which technically is any game anyway. Let's see, what other game am I like very, very genuinely excited about? There's some small games that I want. Games like Guacamelee, which I'm pretty sure you would love that game as well.
Okay.
What's it about? It's about luchadores.
Ooh.
It's a platformer with luchadores. It's got the whole Mexican theme to it and all that. It's a really beautiful game. So I'm definitely want to look into that one. Spelunky is another game I'm really kind of curious about. I want to play Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I've been hungering for some Castlevania for a long time, ever since I kind of abandoned Nintendo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Castlevania hasn't been like a Nintendo exclusive for a while now, but that's pretty much when I lost track of it. Like when Castlevania was still a Nintendo thing, I lost track of Castlevania. What else do I have? Like really. Enslaved. It's an old game, Enslaved. But I kind of saw a Let's Play of it, and I kind of fell in love with it. So I'm really gonna see if that one gets a nice little Black Friday deal. Go for it.
So yeah, by the way, I was letting you just kind of like list off. You went way over 3. I know that much.
Oh wait, you said 3?
I said pick your top 3.
Oh, you said 3. Oh, okay, that's easy. So my top 3 would be Assassin's Creed 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I am not gonna buy it at full price, and I would actually feel bad if somebody bought it for me at full price, because why are you gonna buy stuff at full price? But still, Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, and there's one game that is on my top 3, and it is not okay that it is there, but as soon as I saw it was going to come out, I need to have Speedball 2.
Speedball 2?
Okay, Speedball 2 is a old 90s game, way back from, like, I mean, this is an old game, like, very.
Oh gosh, I'm seeing the cover image of it, and I'm getting flashbacks of it. So now I'm trying to think. I've played this game. I have definitely played this game.
Like, this is a very old game from the 90s, but this is one of those games from the 90s that I really kind of spent so much time on. Like, I played this game to no end, and this game is really weird for me because it's kind of a sports game, and I don't like sports game. Mm-hmm. Normally, but I love Speedball, and
well, you love it because it's Future Sport.
It is very similar to Future Sport, but here's the thing: Speedball was before Future Sport, so actually, Speedball is one of the reasons I have feelings towards Future Sport, because it's very similar. So when Future Sport came out, like that was my reaction. Oh, this is kind of like Speedball. So yeah, when I saw that was coming out, I'm like, oh, no, I need to have that. I need to have Speedball.
So I'm sitting here trying to make my top 3, and it occurs to me that one of the ones that I was putting on my top 3, I actually have because one of our fans actually gave me a copy of it as a gift, and I just haven't had time to sit down and touch it.
You mean Shadowrun?
Shadowrun, yeah. I think that's definitely going to be my next big time sink game for me. But I agree with you on Assassin's Creed 4. That's definitely high up on my list. Also up for me there is BioShock Infinite.
All right, you don't have.
I haven't got that yet. Yeah, I haven't got that yet. I'm not in a hurry to get it, but again, if it comes out on a cheap sale, then yeah, I'm picking that up. And then I guess if I can't use Shadowrun since I have it, I kind of want to cheat and pick one that isn't out yet, but might be getting a big announcement next month, and that would be Fallout 4.
I would definitely look forward to Fallout 4. I don't talk much about it. I don't talk much about Fallout, but I did play it. This is back when I would pirate games.
Like
So-
Fallout 2, or is that
No,
Fallout
no,
3?
no. I played Fallout 3.
Right. Okay.
But this is back when I pirated games.
Mhm.
So I don't talk much about it or anything like that, but I did enjoy it. I did not play New Vegas, and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I rather enjoyed New Vegas. Yeah.
But I have to admit, I don't think I have the strength right now for New Vegas. Fallout is just it's like such an investment to play Fallout. It's like really, it kind of like right now I just don't have the strength for New Vegas. But if Fallout 4 comes out, I would definitely be.
The thing that I love so much about the Fallout series is they do keep such a rich continuity that they acknowledge that the other games have happened, and they're always moving forward with when the games actually happen. And from what I understand, like the hints that they're sending out that this, if everything that is assumed is right about Fallout 4, it's going to be 22 years after Fallout 3.
Nice. Well, I hope they give it a better ending this time.
Hey, getting to pilot around a giant robot on the battlefield, or having a giant robot on the battlefield, you don't get to pilot him around.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, like, what version of the game did you play, and why did I miss that? Because I would have loved to pilot that thing around, but I didn't. I got to follow it.
Okay, valid point. Had we been inside the robot, that would have been the greatest ending ever.
And I'm also talking about the ending, where you just kind of like, really? Kind of like a photo montage of this guy walking away into the horizon? What shit is this?
Well, the thing is there were so many different endings that you could have done. There's no way they could have done the digital versions. Oh gosh, you know what? Actually, I might actually have to put on my list of stuff because I've never gotten them and I've never played them, and I look at it and I know I would enjoy playing it. I've never gotten the Mass Effect games.
Oh, I'm actually, I've played 1 and 2. Then again, this was back when I was a pirate. I'm definitely looking to Origins to give me a nice deal on the Mass Effect trilogy.
Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be a Steam?
No. On Steam, you're going to get, and it is available, and they do go on sale every now and then, Mass Effect 2 and 1. But if you want the complete set, you need to go to Origin. Mm-hmm. But I have to admit, like I'm a Steam guy. I like I said before, I wish Valve would at least try to act excited about things. Yeah. Like, come on, really? I mean, give us something. Throw us something. I mean, you're nice to us. You give us great deals. You give us a great service. But come on, at least a little bit excited. But yeah, they don't do that. But still, Origin, people hate on it a lot. It's really not that bad. I mean, it's not Steam, but to be honest, most of the extra stuff Steam offers is not stuff I use. You know, I don't do the whole community stuff. I don't do anything of that. Origin rarely ever gives you a deal. Origin rarely ever gives you, like, you know, some reason to be excited about it or anything like that. But if you got a game on Origin, it works.
I do want to point out, while we're talking about buying video games and the holidays and that stuff, the place that I've bought outside of my Pokemons, most of my video games this entire past year was the Humble Bundle.
Oh, yeah, I love the Humble Bundle.
Absolutely love the Humble Bundle, especially like when they do the indie bundles and whatnot. For those that don't know how it works, it's humblebundle.com. And like right now, they're doing a bundle of mobile games, and this sale will be going for another 8.5 days. And you basically get to pick how much money you want to pay for these games, and then you also get to pick how much money that you're giving, how much of it goes to Humble Bundle, how much of it goes to charity, and how much of it goes to the owners of the games. So
I always go with the average, though.
I let the suggested amount go, and you know, if you pay over the average, you usually unlock a lot more stuff. So yeah, and sometimes it's really, really low priced, and I look at that and like, really, I'll bump the price up a little bit. Like
that's the only reason I have Origin actually, because I got Dead Space through the Humble Bundle.
Exactly.
And this huge package of a bunch of games I didn't even care about. I just wanted Dead Space, and I got it for like $4. And I just gave the rest of my game keys to the intern. The intern happens to be a very big Sims fan. She's very much into The Sims. So I just gave her that and then kept Dead Space, which was all I wanted.
I think I may have actually bought that bundle. I'm honestly not sure. So it's resulted in me having a Steam library of like 20 games that I haven't played yet. Because I know I've bought like 2 or 3 of the most recent bundles, and it gives me a chance to try out some games that I otherwise wouldn't have looked at. And I will admit, I was going to say a game that I hadn't looked at, but I will hands down recommend if people are looking for a fun, highly addictive but easy to sample game. Like you can get addicted to it, but in 1 hour increments. FTL. Absolutely love that game.
I'll have to support that. I mean, before I was not an indie game kind of guy. I was I was very much not into indie games before, and the game that kind of made me believe in indie games was Torchlight.
Yeah.
Torchlight was the game that kind of made me go like, oh look, indie games can be awesome. They can be really good, especially because Torchlight is one of my favorite games of all time. It's way better to me than many other games. So ever since Torchlight, I decided, let's give indies a chance. And Steam right now is awesome for indie games, but there's just so much that's not so good. So but sometimes they'll just come at a price that you're willing to actually risk it and just give it a look. And if it's not that good, no loss.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. So and the Humble Bundle, every now and it's so cheap and it's so good that every now and then they'll come out with a Humble Bundle that has one game that I want, and I don't care. Like just one game for the price that they got, I'll still buy it. And get all these other games that sometimes will surprise you.
Yeah,
it can happen. I can still be surprised. I'm not that jaded.
It can happen, definitely.
But yeah, those are the games I'm looking forward to. I do have a sort of gaming days planned for December, but mostly my idea is to just buy a game this Black Friday that I will play the crap out of come December, the final week of December. I don't know which one it's going to be.
We probably should make it clear that you're gazing off into December towards the end of it. We are planning a vacation of sorts. We're getting our work done now to hopefully actually take some time off.
Well, that's the way vacations work, isn't it?
Theoretically, I mean, most people, they get to just stop working and go on vacation. They don't have to work harder right before they leave work.
Well, true,
Yeah.
But we're not most people, are we?
No, and honestly, we have a very fun special job, so screw you all.
That's not very nice.
Yeah. I do want to point out on the what I want for Christmas. I'm pretty much like sending links exactly to my wife on this one because I really want them, kind of need them, and it has to be an exact size. You had asked me before, like you were curious about when I had started wearing the Vibram 5-finger shoes, and I wore them off and on, and I was like testing out that first pair. And it occurred to me, it lasted a good 2.5 years, and they're still good. They just don't have as much grip on the bottom of them, and they don't look as good with certain pants.
So basically what you want for Christmas is a pair of ugly shoes.
No. They came out with some models, and I was just kind of like thinking about them at the last moment. They came out with this model called the Speed that I kind of want to like send you a link real quick. I'm going to warn you, you have 5 minutes left, but
good.
5 minutes on the clock. But the Speed model, they look like a pair of old school 1980s sneakers, but with toes.
That sounds hideous.
No, actually, it works. It works.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that. Keep in mind that to anybody listening and going all indignant, I don't dislike the Vibrams. I think they're I like. I've read about what they can accomplish. I've heard a lot of people tell me about how awesome they are and all that, and that I like. If it's for performance, it's performance. It's not looking good. All that being said, that is one butt ugly pair of shoes.
I did send you the link if you want. I could pause the clock for you. Okay. No. All right. So this will be.
Wait. You just want me? You just want to see if I still think these are ugly?
Yeah. I want an ugly or not ugly check from you.
Let's see. Damn it, Dern.
No.
Dude, that is. Oh man, you
looks
are like
amazing.
No, you're like a walking fashion disaster, man. Look at that. Wow. I mean, like I said, Vibrams are good for what they can do, and I'm pretty sure they're very comfortable. I've never tried one.
Oh, they're so comfy.
But damn it, those are ugly shoes. It's not like Crocs. I'm not saying they're as bad as Crocs. But what I'm saying is it's like Crocs. They are butt ugly. You wear them because you have to. Crocs have a usefulness that doctors and veterinarians and chefs and stuff like that have to wear them. But these are not pretty shoes. These are functional shoes. They are butt ugly, Dern. Shame on you.
Them. I absolutely love the way those look. I'm also going to get a sportier pair as well.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Whatever. Good for you.
I mean, as far as the thing I like about the Speed model is it out of all of their shoes, it does the best of disguising the fact that it is a 5-finger shoe.
Oh no, it doesn't.
No.
It is an ugly, hideous pair of shoes that shows your toes to the world.
No, it's things like the Sia or the EXL or ELX or some of these other models. They will just straight up have they'll have like alternating colors in between the toes, so you can tell from like a mile away that you're wearing separated shoes. But the Sport actually does a nice solid color around the toes, so at a quick glance you don't see the toes. But it's comfortable.
You and your butt ugly shoes.
Yeah.
You and your butt ugly shoes. Man, these remind me of way back when I don't know if you remember socks with toes.
There are, in fact, you can even now buy special socks to wear while wearing Vibrams.
I hated the fuck out of those socks. I do. No, wait, these eyes are not good. I hated those socks so much when they existed. I mean, they still exist, but when they kind of came into play and everybody was using them. Oh.
What was wrong with the frog eyes?
They honestly.
Yeah.
It was an act of ignorance, and I didn't like the fact that I'm not really entirely sure about those eyes on this particular animal, so I rather give him like small little beady eyes and.
Okay.
Why you really like the frog eyes?
I liked it. I thought it was a nice touch.
I'll see how it looks with them.
He looks very amphibious. I mean, I'm not really. Are we seeing gills around the neck?
He has gills. They're just not very obvious.
Okay.
He's very slimy and kind of. I was kind of going for a mixture between a frog, and a manatee, something like that.
Okay.
It's a nice little fun, kind of disgusting little sea animal.
All right, so we're pretty much at the final minute at the moment.
Yeah, well, I'm nearly done. I'm just kind of adding some finishing touches and
splash of color here and there.
Let's see. How about like this? This is more. Wait.
Oh, we got a new comment coming in. This is actually from the guy who suggested. That he wanted to make sure that you knew that he's not trying to actually hate on Cthulhu, but that hearing Sea Monster, he felt the default would go straight to Cthulhu.
Oh, and by the way, I mean, I love Cthulhu. I'm a huge Lovecraft fan and everything, but seriously, as much as I love him, enough is enough.
Actually, I do want to address that. Would he be your default sea monster, though, if you weren't, like, just a little bit burnt out on him?
Let
me rephrase that as my buzzer goes off and my ears close you real quick. Do you actually think of Cthulhu as a sea monster?
Wow, that's a difficult one.
Well, okay, clear your mind, and I really quickly say sea monster. What do you think?
No. Cthulhu's not. No. Cthulhu doesn't jump to. Cthulhu's not the same. Not the first thing that jumps to mind. Mm-hmm. When I think about sea monster, I think giant squid. That's what I think. Sea monster, giant squid.
The Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken stuff like. But yeah, not Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's just that Cthulhu is. I've never really put Cthulhu in the same league as other creatures. It's not the same thing, you know. It's not like Cthulhu is. He's not your average monster. He's not part of that. Like, he really is different in that term.
He's a god, not a monster.
Well, technically, Cthulhu is not a god. He is. I mean, one way to put it would be that he kind of works for the gods, I guess. I mean, he's an old one. He's an old one, and yeah, I don't know. He comes from the sea, but that's just because that's where he was sleeping. He's not. Yeah. He's not from around here anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cthulhu would not be my go-to monster in terms of sea monster. He'd probably be a more. Also, like if I were asked to draw like a monster or whatever, I'd probably try to go with something that's more like mine. You know,
so if you think about it, galactic crap.
Galactic crap.
Do you hate every now and then I start a sentence and I have the sentence plotted out in my head and I'll just start it in the middle for no reason. So if you think about it, Cthulhu is effectively a galactic hobo, and he's just using the ocean as our park bench.
Well, no, because the old ones, they own this place. It's he's just like
he paid taxes on this park like anybody else.
Yeah,
I mean, where he wants.
I mean, we're the ones that have to watch it. Cthulhu is. He's just here watching us, and eventually, you know, he has to do his thing. But, you know, he was here way before we were.
True.
He's not invading our space. He was here way before us.
Okay.
He's way older than us, you know, eons and stuff like that.
So you're saying no. I'm just
no. He's not a galactic hobo.
I like the idea, though.
You're a galactic hobo.
Your face is a galactic hobo.
Yeah. Yeah, not a galactic hobo.
Man.
Screw you and your hobo theories. Okay, here we have that. Right now, but yeah, I do think anyway that, you know what, it's, you know, we all love Cthulhu. Cthulhu's awesome and all that, but we do need to not burn Cthulhu. I mean, he might even be burned out by now in a way, but we do need to make sure that Cthulhu is not another zombie craze, you know. That
I'm not going to say he's burnt out yet, just by the simple fact that we still haven't gotten a Mountains of Madness movie. You know?
Yeah,
but even a Call of Cthulhu movie. Yeah, so if we had one of those, then, like, because you have to realize that the majority of the world still has no idea what a Cthulhu is.
What a Cthulhu is?
Yes, they would ask it that way. What's a Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of think that, you know what, we need to control our Cthulhu impulses.
Yeah.
Kind of keep them, control that shit.
Let's not break him.
Yeah, because it's. I don't want it to happen like with the zombies, that they kind of lost all impact and like, nobody cares.
And then we got
anymore.
a teen rom-com about zombies. Or it wasn't, I don't know if it was necessarily a rom-com, but more of a... I don't want to call it Twilight zombies, but when you hear like the elevator pitch of it, that's exactly what it was. Apparently, it's better. Warm Bodies. I've heard,
I've heard of it.
I've heard good things about it, but I don't want to like completely disparage it. But that is definitely something that happened.
It's there, and now we have to live with that.
Yes. And damn it, those shoes are not ugly.
Holy crap, Dern!
They're gorgeous.
They are hideous shoes. Like I said, I mean, don't. I'm not knocking on their usefulness. I'm not saying that they're, that you should be embarrassed about having them or anything. I'm just saying those are one butt ugly pair of shoes that are dysfunctional.
Here's the thing, though. Those will make it so that I'm less likely to wear flip-flops at a convention.
I do prefer that to a flip-flop. That is like I wish my choices were not that horrible, but okay, yeah, sure. That is preferable to a flip-flop. I just wish you wore shoes. Big boy shoes. Look at me. I don't wear shoes. I just wear, what do you call them? Sneakers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of works for me.
So I'm also thinking about getting probably a pair of these as well.
Okay.
This is Spyrodons.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have an aquatic monster.
Oh shit, we're still recording.
Well, we haven't even said goodbye to the show.
No, yeah. We're still doing a show. I'm just sharing links and doing post-game chat with you. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Okay, so anybody still watching, here is our 50-minute monster. We shall call him Slugsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? Slugsworth.
Okay.
But this one has an S after the slug, so it's Slugsworth. No, actually, let's call him Sluggington.
Sluggington.
Yeah, Sluggington. I can imagine him now with a top hat.
Yes, for those parents out there now seeing it to the theme of Chuggington.
Okay.
Yes.
Even I know what that is. Man, I've spent a lot of time in your house.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you have, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I definitely hope next week we do actually have a chat room. That's on you.
Yep. We should have a delightful guest for next week. I was in contact with him a little bit during the show itself. Yes, he has actually confirmed that he would be okay for December 1st. Next week's guest will be Lara D'Souza.
I'm
stunned silence from Ho on that one. Like, oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, I love me some Lara.
Yeah, everybody loves Lara. Yes.
Yeah, I do. I love me some Lara. Okay, awesome. That is a show to definitely look forward to.
Okay, we'll sign that up. We'll set that up, and should be lots of fun. We'll be on the air next Sunday, December 1st. We get to figure out, was I victorious on Black Friday? Does Lara ever care? That's going to be a terrible part of the show. It's like, hi, Lara.
And if anybody took our what I want for Christmas list any seriously, my name on Steam is Abnormal.
Yes, I am Dern JG on Steam, and I probably should put together my list and actually figure out what games I actually do own at this point. And we will have lots of fun. We'll see you there. 8 o'clock EST. Oh, give me the GMT adjustment.
-5 GMT.
Thank you.
That is the time for the rest of the world.
Yes. Outside of this small little area, but yes.
And we'll definitely have a chat room next week.
We will have a chat room. I'll get that fixed and working. It somewhat worked at the end of this episode here. So, do you want to sign us off?
Well, this has been the Sketchcast. Let me use my radio voice. Well, this has been the Sketchcast. And as always, I am your host, Abnormal, and with me, Darren J. Gendron. Thank you for listening.
You were trying to throw with you as always, weren't you?
No, I've never even thought about it. But be sure to stay tuned for next week with our not-so-surprised guest, Lara D'Souza. And have all you Americans out there, have a great Thanksgiving and a safe Black Friday.
May the blood of your enemies run down the shopping aisles.
That final part came out so airy. It was so sexy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.